What's up, keepers, and welcome back to another special Friday episode of ARS Goalkeeping. Today we're going to look over one of my recent sessions training the keepers at Chopin, and in this session we were all talking about attacking the ball in every situation possible, from low smothers to high balls. I want my keepers to focus on cleanly clearing the obstacles in the session, and the only way to do that is by attacking the ball, by either getting your chest low and in front of your power step on your dives, or a one-footed high jump meant to reach the ball at the highest point. Once we get a good simple movement and reaction warm-up, we move to our first station, where I want our keepers to seriously focus on attacking the high ball. I've laid across some rope at about 1.5 feet height, forcing the keepers to jump early to reach the ball in the air. The high ball is all about timing, and the keepers who try to rush gravity will end up with the ball in the net. So keepers, you must learn to choke up, read the flight of the ball, and then make that one-footed jump into service to get it at the highest point. You should always be bringing up your opposite leg when you're doing this jump, not only as a form of protection from incoming traffic, but more importantly, rising up that opposite leg helps create that loft and hang time you need as a keeper when you're going up to challenge that high ball. Our next station is preparing our keepers for the attacking nature of the low and high dive, starting with a low smother and a simple stretch save to either side. Since we are still getting our hands and feet sorted, I like to call out which side I'm going to service right before I shoot, just to get the keeper's mind ready and help them learn to read the body shape of the kicker. And once our boys are really warmed up and ready, we go into our first diving and attacking the ball low service technique. In this situation, we're looking at the keeper having to move into position from the outside of the box to the inside, recreating a pass and quick snap shot moment in game. Here is where we want to make certain that we're going into our dive with the right body shape. Anything less than perfect will take power, direction, and quality off of your dive. And here we will be doing a bit of slowing down and replaying to help highlight exactly what we want for the best results. So let's break down Philip's round right here. At first look, he does well to make all the saves, and this is thanks primarily to his height and size, because in all honesty, he isn't fully attacking the ball. If you watch his saves here, you see that his low dive hardly has any power, and it's almost like a fast collapse dive and not a springy push to the ball. If we slow down his first dive, you can see right here that the weight in his squat is actually backwards and his butt is way too low, keeping his chest way behind his legs, and it takes away almost all the power and forward angle needed to get to the low shots in the corner. And his second dive is obviously on his stronger side. He does a lot better to attack the ball, his chest is in line with his knee and going forward, but he made the big error of having his power step too direct to the ball. And this time his dive is going forward, but he has to fall backward to reach the ball. To fix this, he needs to point his toes out more and show the inside of his right power stepping knee to the ball more for a much stronger dive that will definitely end in a hold, especially on that service. And when it comes to diving and technique, shorter keepers like Jesse and I have much less margin for error. And in this round, I want to show exactly what Jesse does to make me a very happy coach. Starting with how he steps into the ball, Jesse gets a good low lunge that has his chest and head leading the charge. His butt isn't pushed out and his hips are directed straight towards the shot. I want you to pay special attention to how he is pushing off the tip of his toes, primarily digging in his big toe and pushing forward. Just like the start of a sprint, he's balancing on the balls of his toes, digging into the ground with them and pushing off, which creates that insane explosive energy you see when he's diving. And our next station is a short variation of the same station that we did before. Even though there's the same movement, we are changing the orientation. So now we're making our keepers move into the center of the goal to then get ready and dive for the post. Even though the movement has changed some, the technique still stays the same. The keepers who get their chest low and in front of their knees will find themselves making these big saves. Remember, low smother shots should always be mixed into these drills, so you're always working on attacking the ball, especially on those low shots. And to wrap up our stations in the session on attacking the ball, we end working on a medium to high level dive. Again, we want our keepers to focus on stepping into the shot, getting our chest forward and out, and creating that big power dive with your hips squared with the shot. Make sure to watch the video again to see all the different drills and exercises we use in this session. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys again very soon.
Stop right there, open your hips, square yourself to me before you go to the dive, right? There you were closed off already, so you had to come back and open. Square yourself off before you dive. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.